10.
What you just saw there was Michael Jordan playing the same role as Magic Johnson did a year ago for the Lakers by dribbling down into the post and then drawing a double team and kicking out to the open people. He directed the offense from the low post area.
Anthony Mason and Scott Williams in a pushing match as we head to commercial.
Genuine memories.
Today's Miller Genuine Draft Genuine Memory takes us back to January 1990. The Knicks and Bulls tied at 106. 1/10 of a second left, and Trent Tucker hit the game-winning shot. A shot that led to the 3/10 of a second rule. It was determined that it is impossible to catch the ball and shoot it in less than 3/10 of a second. That also the last time that the Knicks beat the Bulls here at the Garden. And there is Trent on hand as part of the sellout crowd. Trent Tucker, now a member of the San Antonio Spurs. He was traded to Phoenix along with Gerard Mustoff in the deal that brought Xavier McDaniel to New York. In recognition of that memorable moment, Miller Genuine Draft will donate $1,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Fund.
Mark, being perfectly honest with you, when that rule was first changed, it was interpreted by everyone as 3/10, 2/10, or 1/10 of a second. Could not be a possession. It had to be a tip to count when it went in. Above 3/10, you could have a possession shot attempt. Now they've retimed it over and over again, experimenting with it, and they feel at 3/10 it can be a quick possession. In other words, kind of an on-the-catch throw type of attempt, and they would count that with 3/10. 2/10, 1/10 must be a tip.
The Knicks free throw shooting has been very poor. 9 for 17 from the line. The Bulls 78. The Knicks 69. 3 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter. John Starks hit that three-point shot to tie the game at 61. Since then, the Bulls have taken over. That was kicked out by Jordan, who did not like the call.
And an obvious commitment now by New York, because Jordan has hurt him too many times, backing down into the low post area. Go get the ball out of his hands, make someone else do it.
Anthony played by Armstrong. Here's Wilkins. Wilkins on the recovery. Oakley with the putback. And the Bulls lead 78-71.
There is so much contact going on in this game that even when you get a wide open layup right in front of the rim, you don't believe it's happening. You think you're going to get hit by somebody, so you short arm it.
And Jordan is fouled. Oakley picks up number 4.
Gerald Wilkins with the dribble penetration, again getting inside the Chicago defense. Well, there's the challenge, but here he's all alone, but a little short because he thought there might be a little bit of action taking place behind him.
Jordan came off a double screen. Ewing with the rebound. The Bulls by 7. 4 minutes gone by in the fourth. Patrick Ewing cuts it to a 5-point Chicago lead.
And Will Perdue gave up that baseline position. He was trying to get his body against him and push Patrick out, but he got caught too high that time on the top side. It enabled Ewing to drop step to the baseline to get a good look at the rim.
Ewing showing some signs here in the fourth. Open shot for Scott Williams. Scott Williams in his second season out of North Carolina last year, the only rookie on the Bulls roster. Played very well during the playoffs a year ago. Wilkins called for the charge. That's number 4. Charge to Wilkins.
A few moments ago, Ewing being rooted out there by Perdue, but now as Perdue comes around topside, wrong time. He guessed wrong. It gave Ewing the clear path to the basket. Now, at the defensive end for Chicago, the rotations by Chicago are terrific. That's why we mentioned earlier, Ewing is reluctant to go to the basket on the pick and roll. He steps back for the clear shot.
Michael Jordan avoiding the double team, and Perdue's pass was intercepted.
Michael Jordan talking right now to Will Perdue, saying, look, take it strong, or you got a teammate right behind you. Trying to stop the cross-court passes. They're difficult.
The foul was called on Scott Williams of Chicago. Well, there's John McEnroe and Tatum McEnroe. John, a regular here at Madison Square Garden, also at the Great Western Forum in Los Angeles. And John has joined NBC's commentary staff. In fact, will debut here at NBC at our coverage of the French Open. And our coverage of the NBA will continue with Portland and Phoenix, Game 3 of the Western Conference semifinals, following the Knicks and the Bulls, the Phoenix Suns and the Portland Trail Blazers, following the Knicks and the Bulls with 6:50 to go in this fourth quarter. The Bulls 80, the Knicks 73.
And even though they hold a 7-point advantage, Chicago has to be concerned. In the first half, perimeter shooting, 12 out of 14. So far in the second half, only 3 out of 9, perhaps the effect of the physical play.
Anthony from downtown that just did catch the front of the rim. And a loose ball foul is called, and Patrick Ewing screaming at Greg Anthony. Patrick Ewing very upset with Anthony. We've seen this on a number of occasions because of the poor shot selection by the rookie. Also, he has not been able to get the ball down low to Ewing in proper position consistently enough, and Pat Riley makes the immediate change. Mark Jackson checks in.
Patrick Ewing, and the foul taking place on the drive. Patrick Ewing understands that the way we got here was sticking with the game plan, understanding the program, believing in it, and then executing it. And you can't get caught up in the emotion of the afternoon and start breaking down everything. The strength of the Knicks is to get the ball to Patrick Ewing. Then he must become a decision maker. Take it to the basket, score, draw contact, put fouls on the opponents, or kick it out to open teammates. You have to have an understanding that your time will come, but it's when it's going to come, after the big fella makes his decisions.
Anthony Mason sitting down after picking up his 5th. This season, Patrick Ewing, though, has been playing at a very high emotional level, very fiery style, which we did not see in the past. He has become more of a leader. Oakley able to chase it down. Here's McDaniel, fouled by Pippen.
That time, on the out-of-bounds play, Mark Jackson saw that no one was covering the backcourt for Chicago. All Oakley had to do was turn and go. Oak realized it a little bit late and happened to turn the wrong way. Jackson laid the ball out over the opposite shoulder. They were fortunate that Charles caught up with it, and then the attack there in trying to score.
Foul committed by Pippen. His 4th. And the Knicks free throw shooting now 9 for 18. The Knicks, during the course of the season, one of the worst foul shooting teams in the league at 73%. And McDaniel misses on both.
It becomes more important free throw shooting when you're a terrific defensive team and you know you lack points from your team. That means you're going to play a lot of close basketball games when you have to make your free throws.
Kept alive by Pippen.
The Knicks get so many people back in the lane to rebound that when a long one like that comes out, the other team sometimes comes up with it more often than you would anticipate.
Scott Williams on a pull-up. And Patrick Ewing with his 10th rebound.
Pick and roll, two-man basketball, screen, but he slipped it that time.
Patrick Ewing cuts it to a 7-point Chicago lead.
The difference in how long you hold the screen. Do you stop and draw contact on the defensive man, or do you start to come over and then slip it and go to the basket?
Pippen. Oh, a strong move by Scottie Pippen. The Bulls lead 84-75 as we come up on 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Ewing being played by Williams. Wilkins around Williams. Gerald Wilkins cuts it to a 7-point Chicago advantage. Marv Albert, Mike Fratello, Ahmad Rashad from Madison Square Garden. Game 3 of the best of 7. Series tied at 1. Game 4 tomorrow night And we'll have it for you starting 6:30 Eastern Time. Here's Jordan. Scott Williams able to get to the loose ball, but he's bottled up. Jordan with the recovery, and Jordan is fouled. The basket counts and a foul, and Michael Jordan very upset about the way he was muscled.
What Jordan's upset about is Xavier McDaniel rotating across, just basically goes after his body to try and stop it. Jordan with the strength, the concentration, and now he is upset because he understands if he lands the wrong way, that could be the end of the season for him. Ahmad Rashad earlier this year had spent a day with Michael and gone through his workout training program and said it's really a difficult one. This guy has built his body up and added great strength to a great talent.
And I can understand Michael Jordan's point of view. A very hard foul given by Xavier McDaniel, and that upset Jordan. Yes, Michael works with a personal trainer, working only on his upper body. Says he's gained 20 pounds. He never really lifted weights before. He was afraid that it would mess up his shot or perhaps slow him down. He said he was prompted to start lifting because of the beatings that he was taking from the Detroit Pistons. Always felt that he was physically drained. We'll be right back.
Michael Jordan on the bench trying to stop the bleeding in his nose, and this is where it all came from. A few moments ago, Jordan taking it to the basket, New York trying to stop the dunk. Two Knicks go after him, Ewing in front of him that time. The contact, the concentration, and then Michael certainly not happy with the fact that there was a hard blow delivered. After it follows up the score and goes after the Knicks, not only physically, but verbally. He's sending a message here to New York. Let's go over to Ahmad for a second.
All right, Mike, you all were talking about Michael Jordan's workout routine. He, unlike many players in the league, works out every single day when they're at home, including the game day. He says he does it just to maintain his strength so he can keep driving to the bucket for the entire year, and he feels like that has really raised his game, so he's very durable at this point.
And Michael Jordan getting set to make his return. The basket counts, and the foul. Ewing was hacked, and he'll go to the line. So Patrick Ewing, very quiet most of the way, has turned it up here in the fourth.
Well, Patrick Ewing against Grant, that's a big, big plus for the Knicks. Too big, too strong. He gets into the middle of the lane area, close to the dotted line. You haven't seen that very often for Patrick Ewing.
And the Knick horrendous free throw shooting continues. 9 for 20 from the line. Ewing is 3 for 7. Bulls lead 87-79. 3:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Jordan for 3. Caught right, able to get it right back out.
That's their 6th offensive rebound this quarter for Chicago, a total of 12 for the basketball game.
Paxson for 3, and Oakley rebounds. Ewing setting the pick. Ewing, yes. So Ewing has 27. 19 of his 27 scored in the second half. The Bulls by 6. Jordan forced to give it up. Shot clock at 6. Pippen for 3. Scottie Pippen from downtown. That's his second three-pointer. And Pat Riley calling a 22nd timeout. The Bulls lead 90-81.
The great confidence in the fact that they can reverse the ball to an open teammate and that he has the ability to knock it out even with a rotating defensive player in his face. Pippen gets the good look. He certainly has the good stroke today, hitting 7 out of his 12 shots.
Pippen only a 20% three-point field goal shooter during the regular season, has hit on 2 of 2 from downtown this afternoon. We'll be back in a moment. Jordan still attempting to stop the bleeding off that hard hit leveled by Xavier McDaniel on the drive to the hoop. Scottie Pippen trying to assist. The combination of Jordan and Pippen coming up